Imagine you're sitting in a job interview, and the interviewer asks you a question that you don't know the answer to. You feel your heart start to race, and your palms get sweaty. You want to impress the interviewer, but you're worried about looking stupid. What do? If you're like most people, you might try to bluff your way through the answer, but that's risky. If the interviewer sees through your bluff, you'll only make a worse impression. A better approach is to simply admit that you don't know the answer, but that you're willing to learn. You can then ask the interviewer to explain the question in more detail, or to provide you with some resources so that you can research the topic further. This shows the interviewer that you're intelligent and curious. It also shows that you're humble and willing to admit when you don't know something. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about how to increase your intelligence in a Stoic way. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches people how to live a virtuous and happy life, even in the face of adversity. Stoics believe that the only thing that is truly within our control is our own thoughts and actions. Everything else is outside of our control, and we should not let it worry us. Intelligence is one of the most important things that we have. It allows us to learn new things, to solve problems, and to make better decisions. But how can we increase our intelligence? In this story, we will learn about a young man named Marcus, who was able to increase his intelligence in a Stoic way. Marcus was born into poverty and didn't have the money to go to school, but he was determined to educate himself. Marcus spent his days reading books and talking to scholars. He was particularly interested in philosophy and Stoicism. One day, Marcus witnessed a group of men cheating at a game of dice. He decided to confront them, and he outsmarted them in a way that was consistent with his Stoic beliefs. This story will teach us how to increase our intelligence in a way that is calm, collected, and virtuous. We will also learn about the importance of humility and the willingness to admit when we don't know something. I hope you enjoy the story. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Marcus who lived in ancient Rome. Marcus was a bright and ambitious young man, but he was also very poor. He didn't have the money to go to school, so he had to educate himself on his own. Marcus spent his days reading books and talking to scholars. He was particularly interested in philosophy and Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches people how to live a virtuous and happy life, even in the face of adversity. One day, Marcus was walking through the city when he saw a group of men gathered around a table. They were playing a game called dice, and they were betting high stakes. Marcus was curious, so he stopped to watch. Marcus quickly realized that the men were cheating. They were using loaded dice to ensure that they would win. Marcus was outraged. He couldn't believe that these men were cheating in order to win money. Marcus decided to confront the men. He walked up to the table and accused them of cheating. The men were surprised and angry. They denied cheating and they challenged Marcus to prove it. Marcus knew that he was outnumbered, but he was also determined to stand up for what was right. He asked the men to agree to a test. He would roll the dice, and if he rolled a double six, he would win. The men agreed. Marcus rolled the dice, and they landed on double sixes. The men were stunned. They couldn't believe that Marcus had won. Marcus had outsmarted them. The men were furious. They accused Marcus of cheating, but Marcus denied it. He told them that he had simply been lucky. The men didn't believe him, but they couldn't prove that he had cheated. Marcus walked away from the table with a smile on his face. He had outsmarted the cheaters, and he had done it in a way that was consistent with his Stoic beliefs. He had remained calm and collected, even in the face of adversity. There are many things that you can do to increase your intelligence in a Stoic way. Here are a few tips. Read books and articles. One of the best ways to increase your intelligence is to learn new things. Reading is a great way to do this. You can read books and articles on a variety of topics, including philosophy, science, history, and current events. Another great way to increase your intelligence is to talk to intelligent people. When you talk to intelligent people, you learn from their knowledge and perspective. You also learn how to think critically and to challenge your own assumptions. Solve puzzles and play brain games. Puzzles and brain games can help to improve your memory, concentration, and problem-solving skills. Meditate. Meditation can help to improve your focus and concentration. It can also help to reduce stress and anxiety. Be humble. and be willing to admit when you don't know something. One of the most important things that you can do to increase your intelligence is to be humble and to be willing to admit when you don't know something. This shows that you are open to learning and that you are not afraid to challenge yourself. Remember, intelligence is not just about knowing a lot of facts. It is also about being able to think critically, to solve problems, and to learn new things. I believe in you. Go out there and become the best version of yourself. This is a story from A Mind That Motivates. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thanks for watching.